T.E.C, the educated consumer here, bringing you more news about the Apple Watch. By now, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about the Apple Watch. What about it? Well, they just announced in March 9th, I believe, Monday, this past Monday, they announced the Apple Watch for the first time. Actually, back in September of last year, they announced it, but the official announcement was today. They released more information about it. They talked about features, but still left a lot of questions, out in the air. They talked a little bit of pricing, features, like I said before. It's pretty neat, One surprising thing they didn't talk about, one thing they actually left out this time, was actually the digital crown, which is just a little fancy knob they have to zoom in, zoom out, stuff like that. Go back home. It's like a home button, but it also works as a zoom. Point is that they really didn't make a big deal out of it as they did as last year. Tim Cook actually made a big deal, making it, comparing it to the mouse, to the scroll wheel on the iPod. It was literally, to many actually, it was more of a marketing tactic. But we all seem to agree on the same thing, that it was probably just Apple being, Apple over marketing their little new things, and who knows? Some people like it, some people don't. Some people don't see the actual, meaning to such a little knob. So I guess time will tell when more people get to use it, and we will be able to get to use it in certain Apple stores around the world. I've heard that they have basically from April 10th all the way to the 24th, when they actually release it in the April 24th, they're gonna release the Apple Watch, and we will get to play with it, since it's like Apple's way of letting you try it before you buy it, kind of a deal. So yeah, that's what it is. You can play with it from April 10 all the way to release date, April 24th. What else? Well, there's a lot of some say gimmicky features. For example, I think the most interesting one is letting your emotions be transmitted through another person's Apple Watch. So let's say you have an Apple Watch and you want your friend and your contacts to know how you feel that moment. Basically, the person has to have an Apple Watch. It has to be in your contacts. So those two things, I think, are at least the two main things that have to happen. So you draw whatever you feel, or you could draw, or you could do certain gestures to transfer that to the other Apple Watch, and your friend will, get the heart, get a heartbeat. There's, a ton of things that I'm not even, up to date to, but yeah, there's a lot of things you can share, emotions and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it'll sell, maybe it won't. Then you have, for example, the scroll wheel, or the digital crown, as Apple calls it. It lets you zoom in, it lets you scroll, There's a lot of neat features, I would say. For example, something that actually defines Apple, or makes the difference between the rest, is actually, how other smartwatches carry like Fitbit and all that stuff. They let you know about heart rate. It talks about how many steps you've taken, pedometer and all that good stuff. All the watches have that. It's just a standard. Now Apple wants to push the bar a little higher, letting Apple Watch, basically know if you're not only how many steps you're taking or where you're at using GPS, but also letting them know if you're sitting down or you're standing up. Boom. Alright, Apple Watch knows now if you're standing up or sitting down. Other features include, being luxurious. From what I know, as far as I know, base price is $350 American dollars, all the way to 17,000 or 10,000. But I've heard about $17,000 Apple watches. Insane. Okay, some say that that's marketing again. Apple wants to give a presence of luxury, to give, to spread out through their whole line of Apple watches. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I personally believe it's stupid, but whatever. It's in your opinion. Whatever, right? So, what's next? There's various versions of it. For every version there's also two sizes. I guess small wrist version. A small wrist and the big wrist. And then you have the standard edition, the sport edition, and also the edition, which that's gold and whatnot. You have also a infinite band, options that come with it. That's basically all in a nutshell. Basically, that's pretty much what I can think of. Apple Watch, it's craze right now. Glances, they've also talked about glancings. They were also giving demos of how it feels. First thing you do, or what Apple Watch does, is basically an overload of sensors on your wrist. It's taking all measurements all the time, from what I could tell. I could be wrong though, but that's what I got out of the reviews.
Something I forgot to mention was the fact that Apple Watch is supposed to have a feature that's going to basically replace keys all around. From your smart, doorknobs in your house, to opening garage doors, and even perhaps replacing your car keys for your car. This, of course, obviously has to have Apple software in your smart car. Well,
subscribe, keep thumbs up, keep options. I'll keep the rumors coming in. Stay up, guys. Stay sexy.